So star anise is what gives soy sauce chicken a little bit of a licorice taste. By the way, whoever named the star anise must have some kind of little bit of a twisted humor, because the word anise sounds like anus. Just a little bit of imagination, doesn't that look like a butthole? So here are my ingredients for my soy sauce chicken. Right here I have 640 grams of chicken quarters, so it's just the thigh and the leg. So you definitely want to get a chicken that is on the large and plump side. The reason why is when you start braising this, you want your chicken to be juicy. And right here I have light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, some sesame oil. This is Chinese 5-spice powder, 5 large garlic cloves. This is about 50 grams of ginger. Very important, use young ginger. How do you know it's young? Well, it's just like young people and old people. You look at the skin, if it looks smooth, it's young. In order to really tell, you can always snap off a piece, and you'll also feel a little bit of moisture. And old ginger looks like me, all wrinkled and stuff. And then here I have half a cup of brown sugar, and this is a piece of cinnamon. I have about 5 grams. And I have 3 star anise. This is about 2 grams. Star anise is what gives that little extra special flavor on soy sauce chicken. And here are 2 stalks of scallion. This is about 25 grams. This will go into the braising liquid as well. First thing that I want to do is season my chicken with just a teaspoon of salt. And then about 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. And then we'll rub it all into our chicken quarters. So these chickens were bought at my local market. And like I mentioned in all my other videos, it's a great place to pick up a lot of fresh ingredients. The chicken here is never frozen, it's always fresh. And all the chicken is basically pre-cut for you. They have free-range chicken, and they also have chicken doing hot yoga. All right, so that's it. Time to put this aside. And just quickly chop up the aromatics. That's it, done with that. For the ginger, no need to peel, just chop it up into like 4 pieces, and then just give it a good bash. And I'm going to do the same with the garlic. And you don't even have to peel the garlic if you don't want. And that's it, so time to start get cooking. Oh, before I start cooking, I forgot to add, I also need a 1/4 cup of Scallion wine. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a tablespoon of oil, and I'm gonna set my heat on the medium low. And I'm just gonna drop in my ginger, and my garlic, as well as my spring onions. And just let this go for about 1 minute. If it gets too hot, just lower the heat. When the 1 minute is up, add in 2 cups of water. And then I add in 1 cup of light soy sauce, half a cup of dark soy sauce, 1/4 cup Scallion wine, half cup brown sugar, the cinnamon, and 3 pieces of star anise. And this is a tablespoon of pure sesame oil. And finally, a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. Give it a good mix, just drop in the chicken. Okay, so right now I have my heat on medium, and then when this comes to a simmer, which is like almost right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the heat back down to a low. I'm going to cover it and just let it braise for about 15 minutes. And remember, every 4 or 5 minutes, just flip your chicken over. Oh man, my kitchen smells so good right now. And check out that skin, it looks so good. All right, so the 15 minutes are up. Let's take a look at the chicken. Skin is nice and brown. Whoa. And really smells so good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the lid on, switch off the heat, and just let it sit inside this pot for 15 minutes. And while that happens, I'm going to just boil up some Chinese cabbage. Back in New York City, those Chinese restaurants, whenever they have those chickens hanging on the windows and stuff like that, they always have some kind of vegetables to accompany your dish. So I'm just gonna boil this with 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, so now comes the fun part. It's time to make the ginger scallion sauce. I'm gonna need 50 grams of fresh ginger. That's 53 grams, close enough. And also about 50 grams of spring onions. That's 52 grams, close enough. So this is very easy to make. You just need a 1-to-1 ratio and you can't mess it up. First start by chopping the spring onions. You know, making this for me is like making gold, because whenever I go to a Chinese restaurant back in New York City and I ask for extra ginger scallion sauce, they would give me a dirty look. They give this really small, tiny cup of sauce. And when you ask them for extras, they look at you like you're asking them for their firstborn. So if you want to avoid those dirty looks, just make your own. So here's the fun part. I break out my mortar and pestle, put in about a teaspoon of salt, and just mash it up. And then for the ginger, I'm just gonna peel it. You can use a spoon. And then just finely mince the ginger. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can always use the bottom of a large knife. That will work just as fine. Or you can also use a food processor. It makes things a lot easier. But since I'm making a cooking channel on YouTube, I have to make it look like I'm working my ass off. And we just drop our ginger into our scallion salt. And then I just continue mashing it up. You just want to mash it up until the ginger is in smaller pieces. This way you don't bite into large chunks of ginger. And then I need a tablespoon of oil. You just need a neutral flavored oil. And then just a teaspoon of light soy sauce. Just give it a mix. And that's it. And then we drop it into a bowl. You can always add more oil if you feel it's necessary, okay? You can also use the same exact sauce to make soy sauce chicken wings. And look, you can tell it's super tender because the chicken is busted right through the skin. And then we have our boiled cabbage. And we're just gonna drizzle some of our sauce on top of the veggies. As well as just a little bit more on the chicken. There you go. And then my geung chong yao, can't forget about that. I put that there. And there it is. Okay, everybody, so here's my Cantonese style soy sauce chicken with my own ginger scallion sauce. Gonna give this a try. Oh, my mouth's like watering. Check out how tender that chicken is. Look at that. All right. Some spring onion and ginger. Oh. You can taste all the flavors come through. The cinnamon stick, the 5-spice powder, the soy sauce, of course, and even the star anise. So as you saw, it's a very easy and fast recipe to make. There's only minimal effort, and if you do want to make the ginger scallion oil sauce, use a food processor. Even the restaurants do it, so you'll be just fine. Alright everybody, so thank you for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe. I make videos about once every week or so. So hit the bell notification button so you'll be alerted with my newest videos. So thank you for watching and hope to see you all again next time. Take care and goodbye.